Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to make a very beautiful oversized Pinterest inspired cardigan. And I'll be making use of a 5-ply mule cotton yarn, 4mm hook, measuring tape, stitch markers. In this tutorial, I teach how to make mine in an oversized fit. I wear a size large, but I will teach you how to customize yours to make it either snug or oversized to fit whatever size you're making it for. Now let's get into customization. So the first thing you would need to do is to take your full bust measurement. I'll leave a diagram on the screen that teaches you how to take your full bust measurement. And once you have that, if you're going for an oversized fit, add 12 inches extra. If you want your snug, you can add from 4 to 5 inches extra to whatever measurement you've gotten. So for me, my full bust measurement is 36 inches and I'm going for an oversized fit, so I'll be adding 12 inches and that is 48 inches. So once you have your own figure, divide it by 4. So 48 divided by 4 is 12 inches. That's going to be the measurement for the width of our foundation chain for both of our front panels for this lovely cardigan. Now let's get into the tutorial. So to begin, we're going to start by making a slip knot first. And once you've made yours, you're going to make the total number of chains that measures up to the figure we got after we did a little calculation. Now remember, mine is 12 inches, so I'm going to make total number of chains that measures up to 12 inches. And mind you, the number of chains you make should be in the multiple of 4. So guys, I'm done with mine. I did a total of 44 chains and this measures up to 12 inches. Now to start up row 1, make 4 extra chains. Then turn your work and we're going to be working in the tiny bumps of our foundation chain. So skip 4 chains and yarn over, insert your hook into the 5th chain, the back loop of the 5th chain, this small bump here. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. And what we've made now is a double crochet. So this chain 4 that we skipped here counts as 1 double crochet, and we're going to keep making 1 double crochet in the back loop of each chain till we get to the very last chain here. So I've worked till I got to my last chain here, and let me teach you all how to finish up. Insert your hook into the last tiny bump and you make a double crochet. So for this row, I have a total of 44 double crochet stitches made, and this starting chain inclusive, that makes it 45 stitches for this row. For row 2, chain up 4. This chain 4 counts as a double crochet stitch and a chain 1 space. Then turn your work. Skip the very first stitch here, skip the next stitch, go into the 3rd with a double crochet. Chain up 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next with a double crochet. Chain up 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next with a double crochet. Chain up 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next with a double crochet. So repeat this till you get to the end of the row. So now to finish up, skip one stitch and you're going to make a double crochet into the fourth chain of your starting chain, which is this chain here. You start counting from the bottom, 1 2 3 4, and make a double crochet into the chain. And that's it for row 2. So for row 3, chain up 4, turn your work, and you're going to skip the first stitch here and the chain space. Go directly into the double crochet stitch and make one double crochet. Chain up 1, skip the chain space into the next stitch, you make a double crochet. Chain up 1, skip the chain space into the next stitch, make a double crochet. Chain up 1. So repeat the pattern till you get to the end of the row. To finish up, yarn over, and you're going to skip the fourth chain of your starting chain. So remember to count from the bottom, 1 2 3 4. Skip the fourth chain, go into the third chain and make a double crochet. Now for row 4, repeat row 3. For row 5, chain up 3, and turn your work. So you're going to skip the first stitch here, go into the chain space and make a double crochet. Into the next stitch, make a double crochet. Into the chain space, make a double crochet. So into the next stitch, make a double crochet. Into the chain space, make a double crochet. Now repeat the pattern till you get to the end of the row. Now to finish up, make a double crochet into the starting chain. Then you're going to make one double crochet into the third chain of your starting chain. So now for row 6, you're going to repeat row 2. And to finish up, make your last double crochet stitch into the third chain of your starting chain. For row 7, repeat row 5. For row 8, chain up 1 and turn your work. Into the very first stitch here, you're going to make a single crochet. Then you would make one single crochet into each and every stitch till you get to the end of the row. Once you get to the end of the row, make a single crochet into the third chain of your starting chain. Now for row 9, chain up 2, turn your work, skip the very first stitch here, go into the next and make a double crochet. Chain up 5, yarn over, skip one stitch, go into the next, and you're going to make an unfinished double crochet. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and this is how you're going to leave your double crochet. Yarn over again, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now we have 2 unfinished double crochet stitches made. So yarn over again, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through loops. So we have a total of 3 now made. So you're going to yarn over and pull through all the loops you have on your hook, and that's how you make a double crochet cluster stitch. So chain up 5, skip 1 stitch, and you're going to make a double crochet, cluster stitch again. Chain up 5, skip 1 stitch, and you make a cluster stitch. So repeat the pattern till you get to the end of the row, and I'll come back and show you how to finish up yours. So you should have a total of 3 stitches remaining. Now yarn over, skip 1 stitch, and go into the next and make a unfinished double crochet. Yarn over and into the last stitch, make an unfinished double crochet. And now yarn over and pull through all the loops you have on your hook, and that's how we're going to finish up this row. For row 10, you're going to chain up 5 and turn your work. Now into the chain space, make a single crochet, chain up 5, into the chain space, make a single crochet, chain up 5, into the chain space, you make a single crochet. So just do that till you get to the end of the row. So to finish up, chain up 2, and you're going to make a double crochet into the last stitch here, not the chain space but the double crochet stitch that you made. And that's how to finish up. For row 11, chain up 3 and turn your work. So now into this first stitch, make a double crochet, chain up 1, skip this chain 2 space and go directly into the chain 5 space here, and you make 3 double crochet, chain up 1, into the next chain space, make 3 double crochet, chain up 1, into the next chain space, make 3 double crochet. So repeat the pattern till you get to the end of the row. To finish up, skip the single crochet stitch here. So you're going to skip 2 chains and make a double crochet into the third chain of your starting chain. Now make another double crochet into the third chain of your starting chain. And that's it for row 11. For row 12, chain up 1, turn your work, and in the very first stitch you're going to make a single crochet. And now we're going to make 1 single crochet into each and every stitch till we get to the end of the row. So to the next stitch, you make a single crochet, into the chain space you make a single crochet. Please walk into the chain space, not underneath it. If you find it hard to insert your hook into the chain space, you can make use of a smaller hook for this row. Okay, so just make 1 single crochet into each and every stitch till you get to the end of the row. And don't forget to work into your chain spaces, very important. So to finish up, make a single crochet into the third chain of your starting chain here. So for the next row, chain up 3 and turn your work. Skip the very first stitch and into the next make a double crochet. So you're going to make 1 double crochet into each and every stitch till you get to your very last stitch. So to finish up, make a double crochet into the last stitch for the row. And now we're going to start our decrease rows to kind of form the neckline. For the first row of our neckline, chain up 2 and turn your work. Skip the very first stitch and skip the next stitch, go into the third, make a double crochet. Chain up 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next, you make a double crochet. Chain up 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next, make a double crochet. Chain up 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next and make a double crochet. So repeat the pattern until you get to the end of the row. So now you should have 2 stitches remaining. For this row, chain up 1 and into the third chain of your starting chain, you make a double crochet. So for our second row, chain up 3 and turn your work. So we're basically repeating row 5 till we get to the last 2 stitches here, so we can make our decrease. So into the next chain, make a double crochet. Into the next stitch, make a double crochet. Into the next chain space, you make a double crochet. So just repeat that till you get to the end of the row. So now to finish up, we're going to make an unfinished double crochet into the next stitch. Skip the chain space here, go into the next stitch, which is the double crochet stitch. Don't walk into the starting chain and make a unfinished double crochet. So yarn over and pull through all the loops you have on your hook. This is going to be our decrease for this row. So for our third row of the neckline, chain up 2 and turn your work. Skip the very first stitch here, go into the next and you make an unfinished double crochet. Into the next stitch, you make an unfinished double crochet. Then yarn over and pull through all the loops you have on your hook. Chain up 5 and we're going to be repeating what we did here. So skip 1 stitch, then you make a double crochet cluster. Chain up 5, skip 1 stitch, make a double crochet cluster. Chain up 5. So repeat the pattern till you get to the end of the row. So guys, to finish up, chain up 5. You should have 2 stitches remaining. So skip 1 stitch, go into the third chain of your starting chain and make a double crochet. Now for the fourth row, chain up 5, turn your work and into the chain space here, you're going to make a single crochet. Chain up 5, into the next chain space, you make a single crochet. Chain up 5, into the next chain space, make a single crochet. So just repeat the pattern until you get to the end of the row and we'll decorate. For the fifth row, chain up 1 and turn your work. Slip stitch into this chain space and you're going to chain up 3. Into the chain space, make 2 double crochet. Now chain up 1, into the next chain space, make 3 double crochet. Chain up 1, into the next chain space, make 3 double crochet. So just repeat the pattern till you get to the end of the row. So skip 2 chains and into the third chain of your starting chain, you make 2 double crochet. For the sixth row, chain up 1, turn your work. And we're going to make one single crochet into each and every stitch, just like we did for here, till we get to the end of the row where we would make our decreases. So I've worked till I have 2 stitches remaining, and to decrease, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, insert your hook into the third chain of your starting chain, yarn over and pull through. So yarn over and pull through the 3 loops you have on your hook. So for the next row, chain up 2 and turn your work. And you're going to skip the very first stitch here, go into the next and make a double crochet. So from here onwards, make 1 double crochet in each and every stitch till you get to the very last stitch here. For row 7, chain up 4 and turn your work. So skip the very first stitch here and the next, go into the third, you make a double crochet, chain up 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next, make a double crochet, chain up 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next, make a double crochet. So pretty pattern till you get to the end of the row. So to finish up, skip 1 stitch, go into the next, and you're going to make an unfinished double crochet, and into the last double crochet stitch, not the starting chain, make an unfinished double crochet, and yarn over and pull through all the loops you have on your hook. For row 8, chain up 2, turn your work. Skip the very first stitch here, go into the chain space and you make a double crochet. So into the next stitch, make 1 double crochet, into the chain space you make 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, you make 1 double crochet, in the chain space you make 1 double crochet. So just repeat the pattern till you get to the end of the row. For row 10, chain up 4 and turn your work. Skip the very first stitch here and the next stitch, go into the third, you make a double crochet, chain up 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next and you make a double crochet, chain up 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next, make a double crochet. So repeat the pattern till you get to the end of the row. To finish up row 10, skip 1 stitch, go into the next and you're going to make a unfinished double crochet, and into the last double crochet stitch here, make an unfinished double crochet. Then yarn over and put through all the loops you have on your hook. Now for the last row, chain up 2, turn your work, and you're going to skip the very first stitch here, skip the chain space, go into the double crochet stitch and make a double crochet, chain up 1, skip the chain space, go into the next stitch, make a double crochet, chain up 1, skip the chain space, go into the next stitch, make a double crochet. So just repeat the pattern till you get to the end of your row. Into the third chain of your starting chain, you make a double crochet. Chain up 1 and cut. So go ahead and make another panel exactly like this, and we'll come back and make the back panel. So guys, I'm done with my second panel. Now the next thing we're going to do is to make the back panel. So guys, to make the back panel, you need to calculate the number of double crochet stitches you made at your row 1 for the front panel, inclusive of the chain for starting chain. Remember I told you this counts as 1 double crochet, so mine is a total of 45 stitches. Now multiply that by 2 and that will give me 90 stitches. Then you're going to add 2 extra to whatever you got. So for me that will be a total of 92 stitches. Once you have that figured out, let's start making the back panel. To begin, you're going to start by making a slip knot. Then make the total number of chains you just calculated. I'm done with mine. I did a total of 92 chains. So now you're going to make 4 chains extra. So from here onwards, we're going to basically repeat our front panel. We'll be repeating the rows we made for the front panel before we started our decreases here. So for row 1, I would repeat row 1 of the front panel. Skip 4 chains and go into the back loop of the 5th chain, and you would make a double crochet. So you're going to make 1 double crochet into each and every chain till you get to the end of the row. So guys, this is my back panel. I decided to not teach how to make this because it's literally the repetition of the rows we made for the front panel. I will just leave the row repeats I did for each and every row of my back panel, and you go ahead and recreate yours and come back. Let's attach all our panels together. So you're going to place both of your front panels on top of your back panel, and I'll start attaching from one side of my cardigan, that is this side, and we'll start attaching from the top part of the cardigan to create the neckline. So to begin, insert your hook into the last stitch here, insert your hook into the third chain of your starting chain here, as if you have the starting chain on the other panel. Then you attach your yarn. I would advise you to still tie. To secure, then insert your hook back into the last stitch again on both sides and make a chain. So from here onwards, you're going to slip stitch into each and every stitch on both panels till you get to the last stitch of the front panel. If you find it hard inserting your hook into the chain spaces, I would advise you downsize your hook and use a smaller hook. To finish up, insert your hook into the last double crochet stitch here and into the next stitch, which is a double crochet stitch in the back panel. You make a slip stitch, chain up one and cut. So you're going to do the same for the other panel as well. Then come back, let's create the armhole. Since I am going for an oversized fit, so I would also want to create an oversized armhole. I don't know if that makes sense. Now, how wide your armhole is going to determine how wide your sleeves are going to be. So if you're going for a snug armhole, just make sure that after you're done attaching it and you try it on your body, it doesn't feel uncomfortable, it's not too tight. So for my armhole, I'm going to leave out a total of 7.5 inches. place your stitch marker, count how many stitches you skipped on this side, and do the same for the back panel here. And you're going to skip the same amount of stitches on this side as well. So now let's attach both sides together. I'll start from the side of my cardigan. So insert your hook into the bottom stitch on this side, and into the bottom stitch of this other side. And you're going to attach your yarn and tie to secure. So now we're going to be attaching the rows on this panel to the corresponding rows on the other panel, and I like to do it randomly. Insert your hook back in, yarn over and pull through. So we're going to start making our slip stitches. The number of slip stitches I put on each row vary. I just like to slip stitch randomly. For the double crochet rows, I try to make at least 2 slip stitches or 3 slip stitches, but for the single crochet rows, I make 1 slip stitch into both sides. To finish up, I'm going to place my last slip stitch into where I placed my stitch marker on top here. Chain up 1 and cut. So do the same thing for the other side as well. And you come back, let's create the sleeves. To create the sleeves, you need to first turn your work to the front. So the front is the side that the slip stitches are not visible. And now we're going to start creating the sleeve, and I'll be starting from this side. So guys, I like to start from the tiny bump here that we created while making our slip stitches. Insert your hook into the tiny bump. This is mine. If you find it hard to insert your hook, you can make use of a smaller hook. Attach your yarn and tie. So insert your hook back in, and yarn over, pull through, chain up 2. This chain 2 doesn't count as a double crochet, and we'll start working into each row on the side. So into the very first row here, I'm going to make 2 double crochet. So what I like to do is, in the double crochet rows, I make 2 double crochet. In the single crochet rows, I make 1 double crochet. You can play around with yours, just make double crochet stitches randomly around, but make sure that the number of stitches you have at the end is in the multiple of 4. So in the next row, which is a single crochet row, I'm going to make 1 double crochet. In the next row, which is a double crochet row, I'll make 2 double crochet. In the next row, I'll make 2 double crochet. In the next row, make 2 double crochet. So you're going to repeat the pattern around your armhole till you get to the last row here before your starting chain. So guys, I've gone around with my double crochet stitches, and I think I made a total of 52 double crochet stitches, which is okay because it's in a multiple of 4. So now to finish up, You're going to slip stitch into the first double crochet stitch that you made, not into the starting chain. Remember, it doesn't count as a stitch. So the way we're going to make our sleeves is we're going to alternate the stitches we made for the main body of the work for the sleeves as well. For this part, you don't have to do exactly what I do. Just play around with the different stitches I taught you for the top when making your sleeves. The only difference now is we're going to be working in the round, so I'll briefly teach you guys how to work in the round, which is what I've done for this first row. So for our second row, I would like to repeat the match row for our top, which is row 2. You can decide to make any other row repeats that you feel best matches your sleeve. For me, I'll be making the row 2. Chain up 4, which is the same as the starting chain for row 2. Turn your work, and you're going to skip the very first stitch here, go into the next, and you make a double crochet. Chain up 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next, you make a double crochet. Chain up 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next, and you make a double crochet. So you're going to repeat the mesh pattern around till you get to your starting chain here. Now to finish up, you're going to skip the last stitch here, and you're going to slip stitch into the third chain of your starting chain. So now for row 3, I'll be repeating the mesh pattern for row 3 of the front panel. Chain up 4, turn your work, and you're going to skip the chain space, go directly into the double crochet stitch and make 1 double crochet. Chain up 1, skip the chain space, go into the double crochet stitch and make 1 double crochet. Chain up 1, into the next stitch, make 1 double crochet. Repeat the pattern all the way around until you get to your very last double crochet stitch here. So guys, I'm done with row 2, and to finish up, chain up 1 and slip stitch into the third chain of your starting chain. So for my row 4, I'm going to repeat what I did in row 5, I think, of the front panel. To do that, chain up 3, turn your work, and into the chain space you make 1 double crochet. In the next stitch you make 1 double crochet. In the chain space you make 1 double crochet. In the next stitch you make 1 double crochet. So just repeat the pattern till you get to your very last stitch here. To finish up, slip stitch into the third chain of your starting chain. So by now you should have gotten a hang of how to work in the round. You start up each row like normal, and you slip stitch into the starting chain to join. So in order not to make this video too lengthy, I'm going to go ahead and repeat row 2 of the sleeve and row 4. Let me show you my second sleeve so you know what I'm talking about. I'll do that off camera. So I'll repeat this and this, then I'll come back and teach you guys how to make this part. Now for row 7, chain up 2 and turn your work, and in the very next stitch you're going to make an unfinished double crochet. In the next stitch, make another unfinished double crochet. Yarn over and pull through all the loops you have on your hook. Chain up 5, skip 1 stitch. In the next you make an unfinished double crochet. In the next stitch you make an unfinished double crochet. In the next you make an unfinished double crochet. Yarn over and pull through all the loops you have on your hook. So you're basically repeating this row. So you're going to repeat the pattern all the way around till you get to your starting chain. Now to finish up, you're going to slip stitch into the very first stitch here, not the chain space, but the top here. Now chain up one and turn your work. Then insert your hook into the first chain here and you make a slip stitch. Into the next chain, make a slip stitch, and now you're going to chain up one, insert your hook underneath the chain space and you make a single crochet, chain up 5. So now we're going to go back to the pattern repeat. Insert your hook underneath the chain space, make a single crochet, chain up 5. In the next chain space, you make a single crochet and you chain up 5. So repeat the pattern around till you get to your very first stitch. To finish up, you're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet stitch that you made here. And now for the next row, chain up one, turn your work, and you're going to slip stitch into the first chain. That's your 5th chain. Then insert your hook underneath the chain space, yarn over, pull through and make a slip stitch. Chain up 3. Into the chain space, make 2 more double crochet. Chain up 1. Into the chain space, you make 3 double crochet. Chain up 1. Into the chain space, you make 3 double crochet. So just repeat the pattern till we get to the end of the row. So to finish up, insert your hook into the 3rd chain of your starting chain and you make a slip stitch. So this is where I'm going to stop with the sleeve. Just like I said, you don't have to do the exact same thing that I did, but if you want to. So this is the sleeve I already made. You can screenshot and follow along with my own row repeats. It's very easy. So I would finish my sleeve off camera and come back and we're going to work on the border. So now to finish up, chain up one and cut. And now we're going to start working on the border. So you're going to attach your yarn into one side of your front panel in the bottom here, and you tie. Insert your hook back in and chain up one. So what I'm going to do is similar to what we did for the sleeves. I'll make 2 single crochet into the sides of the double crochet stitches and 1 single crochet into the side of the single crochet stitches. So you're going to do this all the way around till you get to the last row of your front panel here. So guys, now we're going to start working into the back panel, and you're going to go straight into the double crochet stitch here and you make a single crochet into the chain space, make 1 single crochet. So we're going to make 1 single crochet into each and every stitch till we get to our front panel on this side. So now for the second panel, we're going to do the exact same thing we did for the first panel. 2 single crochet into the side of the double crochet stitch and 1 single crochet into the side of the single crochet stitches. For the second row, chain up one, turn your work. Then you will need to make 1 single crochet into each and every stitch till you get to your very first single crochet stitch here on the other panel. So now we're going to make the border for the bottom of our cardigan. This is optional. If you like the length of your cardigan already, you don't need to do this part. You just chain up one and cut. But I want to add one more row. So to do that, chain up 3. This 3 counts as 1 double crochet, remember? Then into the second row of your single crochet stitch, you're going to make 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch, you make 1 double crochet. So we're going to make 1 double crochet into each and every stitch all the way around till we get to our second front panel here. So guys, I've made my double crochet stitches around. Now to finish up, chain up 1 and cut. And that's it for our cardigan. Now we just need to make a very mini strap so we can use it to tie both of the front panels together. And to do that, I'll be tripling my yarn strand, and I'm just going to make enough chains that I feel is long enough for my cardigan. So how long you want yours depends on your preference. Once you have your strap, you're going to pass it into the sides of both of your front panels. And you tie. And this is where we're going to stop today's tutorial. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. For now, bye, and see you guys in another tutorial soon. Have a lovely day.